If you came across this video, you've probably been told the same thing your whole life. Go find your tribe, join that team, join the club, get in the group chat, put yourself out there, which isn't a bad thing. And so I want to ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself when you answer it. When's the last time you were around a group of guys or women and you actually felt known? It's probably a lot more common with women, but with men, ask yourself that. Not included, not invalid, like actually known. Because here's what nobody tells you about finding your tribe. Everybody's got the order backwards. Society says find your people first and you'll figure out who you are somewhere along the way. I found mine after I had to lose almost everything first. And that order matters more than you think. I did have people growing up, good people I really enjoyed being around, and they fit me for that season of my life. But the world has a way of just shaking things up and bringing you back to yourself, whether you're ready for it or not. For me, it was all done at once. I got sick with mold poisoning, ruptured my Achilles, a relationship I was hopeful for ended, I lost a job, really within a couple months. That's what really showed me who was actually going to be there. The people who stuck around, who checked in on me when I couldn't offer them anything back, those were my real tribe. Here's the thing I didn't really expect. I would have never found the people I'm actually supposed to be around if I hadn't gone through the illness, the injury, the breakup, the job loss, all of that at the same time. It took massive heartbreak to finally look inside myself and start loving who I found there. And I'm not telling you that you need to suffer to get there. Nobody should have to lose it all to know themselves. But when you start loving yourself, you start understanding what you actually need to nourish you, the food, the energy, the people around you. Once you know that, there's no room left for anything that really isn't that. So let's get into it, because I think a lot of us are walking around with friendships that are all doing and never knowing. Stick with me here. So we grow up being told, hey, go get around these people and these activities. And a lot of the time that stays surface level. You know, watching the games together, working out together, grabbing drinks. Nothing wrong with any of that on its own, but when you actually start having the deep conversations, when you start talking about who you really are underneath, that's when a friendship stops being surface level. That's when you can really enjoy the same activities together and still have that deep thing underneath it, where you're so comfortable with somebody, you don't even have to say anything. You just understand each other. That's what being known feels like. And that's why I don't chase big numbers anymore. A small tribe is so important. And now here's the diagnostics. Many guys and even women out there are always doing, always going. FOMO running the whole show because they're afraid if they just sit still, they'll have to like feel something, right? And so that's its own kind of loneliness. Doing to be seen and heard when you don't even know yourself really yet, you know? And I want you to just notice if that lands for you. No judgment, just notice. Because when you finally get to know yourself, everything becomes intentional. You find the activities you actually want, and the right people show up around those activities almost automatically. I used to love competition, college sports, all of it. Now I could care less. I just want to be around people who are present. That's it. Here's the part I really need you to hear, because this is the part that everybody gets twisted. Sovereignty is not independence. Being at home in yourself first, that's what actually makes real connection, real friendship, real brotherhood possible. A lot of guys think being sovereign, being independent sounds scary, sounds isolating, but some of the most grounded people to ever walk this earth got there through isolation, and sometimes by choice. So that's where the deepest teachings in this world came from. Men who were sitting with themselves long enough to actually understand themselves, and only then did they understand the world outside of them. This isn't about pulling away from people forever. It's about going inward long enough that when you come back out, you're not performing for connection anymore at all. You just are being you. I wanted to take a brief pause on the video and go ahead and thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. I would be so grateful if you subscribed below, and also check out my profile, because if you're anything like me, you've always had a tough time of really tracking your habits. And so I went ahead and created what's called the Rebuild Tracker. It's free, and it's for anybody that's really looking to get 1% better every single day, to track things like your sleep, your water intake, your nutrition, nutrition, your workouts, meditation, affirmations, reading, and also how you're connecting with others authentically. I created this when I was at the deepest of my illness just to get me out of that rut. And so if you're really looking to make a change in your life, this is an amazing tool that you can use. There's a link in the description below. If that is something that interests you, go ahead and do that. Let's get back to the video. That's the rare kind of friendship every man actually needs. Not another night out watching sports and talking about women. That's extremely surface. It's such an empty place to live from, but when you build from this deeper, purposeful place, that's when chains actually start breaking. That's when men around you start influencing other men and it spreads. So if any of this landed for you, the Rebuild Tracker is a great place to start. You can get your health straight, spend real time with yourself, build the habits that make you feel alive again, because that's truly sovereignty. And that's what you take back out into the world with you, even into how you date, how you show up for other people. You just start to notice what you actually like, and you start attracting people who like that stuff too. And if you're ready to do this work alongside other men who are done performing and ready to build something real, I am building community, so just make sure you hit that subscribe button below. I would be so grateful to have you here. I'm Ty Rising. It's been a pleasure. If it is to be, it's up to you.